Hi guys, welcome back to Dark Souls with Pieman. Here we are in Tomb of the Giants now, right after killing Pinwheel down there. And this is going to suck. Because there is something I need to get here that will be very important later on for killing Gravelord Nito. And the only way for me to get it is basically to die. I'm gonna bum rush straight to this bonfire, because I do not give a rat's ass about any of the items down there, to be perfectly honest with you guys. And since this is the closest bonfire to, actually, this is the second closest bonfire to Nito, so I think we will kindle this to 10, and then we'll kindle the closer one to 20. Now that we have the right of kindling, we can actually do that, so that's good. But yeah, for this next part, I'm gonna have to do a couple things. It might be a little bit of a detour, and I do apologize for that, but I am fairly confident that this is the only way I will be able to kill Nito with any level of efficacy. Because if I don't do what I'm about to do, it's going to be a pain in my ass. I suppose there's no reason to be vague about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the large Divine Ember, which is over here. And the reason I say this is a pain in the ass is because getting to the Divine Ember is, well, there's about 20 giant skeletons down there. And they can all pretty much one-shot me. So yeah, that is why this is going to suck. Luckily, you can make that jump to get to the Ember much closer, but it's still a pain in the ass, as you can probably tell. Oh my god! Oh my god, bro! Yeah. They put so much bullshit down in that room that you cannot survive. I have gotten full Havel's armor with the Wolf Ring for maximum poise, and I've gone down there with like plus 15 weapons that have been buffed, and I have never been able to kill all the skeletons in this room. I've been able to kill a few, but never all of them. I'm really glad I have the Mask of the Child, too, to give me the increased stamina recovery. But I keep making the mistake of holding my Skull Lantern out as a light source, and the game is thinking that I'm trying to use it as a shield, when in reality I'm just trying to use it as a light source. Which I guess is another really good... That's another thing Elden Ring did very well. Is that when you would get into a dark dungeon in that game, you didn't need to fucking use up an equipment slot to get a light source. You just needed... Dude, grab the item! Come on! Oh my god. Jesus Christ. This is ass. You know what? Fuck it. Havel's armor all the way. Let's go. Plus the Ring of Steel protection. Fuck it. I'm not slow walking, so that's a good thing. But maybe Havel's armor will let me live long enough to pick up this goddamn item. Because this is not what I want the episode to be about. I don't want to be running back and forth for this stupid Ember. The fact that I'm fat rolling through all this is kind of interesting to me. Oh yeah, see? Look how much less damage I'm taking. And yet, how quickly I still die. Despite all the damage I wasn't taking. Or, I guess, despite all of the extra damage resistance I had, I was still getting absolutely destroyed by those guys. So, yeah, no. Not fun. Not fun. But anyway, we got the large divine ember now, and thankfully we can respawn at this bonfire. Or warp to that bonfire. So what I'm going to do, actually, before I leave to use this divine ember, is I'm going to get down here, which gives us a free skull lantern. Not that we need it. But it does allow us to help this lady, and she'll give us a pretty useful miracle as well. I didn't do the quest line to protect her from like going hollow or dying, so I won't be able to get all of her like extra spells like Wrath of the Gods or anything. But honestly, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'm not looking to get every miracle in the game, just the ones I want. These guys may be a pain in the ass. Actually, can I parry them? Oh, I can parry them, but I need to not be dog shit at the game in order to parry them. There we go. That's one. Why do you have so much poise? Bruh. Why? Why? Alright. Whatever, it's fine. 1,000 souls apiece for killing those assholes. And she gives us replenishment. If I remember correctly, this spell gives us a healing over time effect, which gives us about like 5 or 10 HP per second. Which isn't great, but I mean, if we ever have to go back to Blighttown and we get poisoned or toxic, then that spell can sort of offset the damage from that. Alright. White Titanite chunk. Okay. So white Titanite chunks are, oh my god. White Titanite chunks are the upgrade materials I need in order to get a divine weapon to +10. To be honest, I don't think I'm gonna try to get it to +10. I don't think I'm gonna try to get a divine weapon to +10. I might try to get it to like +5 or +6. Just because I want the weapon to be strong enough to be able to kill the skeletons in Nito's room, but I don't want it to like take forever to get the upgrade materials. So I'll just get what I need and then I guess return here, because now we got the ember. But or the bonfire, I guess. Yes, I'm gonna forgive him, because if you do, I think he respawns at Firelink and he sells some nice shit. I don't actually remember where he respawns, so I'm gonna go check that really quick. I don't actually remember, I don't actually remember what he sells either. I think it's just like fire bombs and shit, but I could be wrong. I think he's down here. Or am I mistaken? I guess I'm mistaken. Huh. I could have sworn he respawns down here. Maybe he doesn't spawn here if, unless you do his whole thing. Like his whole quest line or whatever the fuck, because, you can find him in another spot in the catacombs as well. He tries to like flip a bridge on you. Maybe the reason he's not spawning here is because I didn't do that part. Oh well. We'll go ahead and warp to the Undead Parish. And hopefully we'll be able to make ourselves an adequate divine weapon to take care of the ads in Nito's room. Because without a divine weapon, it is kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Occult Club will also work, but I am not 100% on that, and I don't really want to take the risk that it doesn't work, because it'll just be a waste of time. in the end. Alright. So now Blacksmith Andre will make us a divine weapon, but we need to get it to +5 first. So I'll go ahead and pop a couple souls here to buy some Titanite shards. And then we will go ahead and get this shit done. That should probably be enough. That'd be more than enough, actually. I know you need 9 to get to +5, so we'll just do that real quick. And we'll use a regular longsword. I mean, it really doesn't matter what weapon we use, I don't think. Wait. Oh no, did we not kill the Moonlight Butterfly? I don't think we killed the Moonlight Butterfly. I could have sworn we did. I could have sworn that was one of the first things we did on this playthrough. Alright, well, I guess there's no reason not to check because, I mean, I gotta get the wolf ring anyway. I might as well go get that. I could have sworn I already got the fucking first Divine Ember. Kinda weird how kinda weird how backwards I did that, I guess. I fucking got the large Divine Ember before the regular Divine Ember. Well, that's fine. We should be able to kill the Moonlight Butterfly with very, very relative ease. Because we have a +10 weapon. We have a Lightning Spear with 25 faith. I mean, we should absolutely demolish the Moonlight Butterfly. So, this will not be that much of a detour. Unless it doesn't let me light the fucking bonfire. And now that we have the Lord Vessel, it doesn't matter if we rest at bonfires. We can just warp back to wherever we need to go. Which is a pretty handy feature of the Lord Vessel. That's why the other Souls games sort of did away with that concept and just gave you the ability to fast travel right out the gate. The idea of just having to inconvenience yourself for the sake of getting fast travel unlocked was kind of a dumb concept, I guess, but well, From Software is a game development studio, and like every other game development studio, they are capable of making mistakes. They're also capable of learning from their mistakes. So, at the end of the day, I don't really blame them one way or another. They still made a pretty fucking amazing game, despite all of its flaws. And I am okay with that. But yeah, Ring of the Sun's Firstborn will give me the added miracle damage, which is extremely useful. But I feel like the Wolf Ring will just be better. Because the Wolf Ring gives us 40 poise from nothing. And to put that in perspective, 40 poise is like the equivalent of wearing like a full knight armor set. Without having to equip anything on your character. So, I mean, it is really fucking good for not getting, like, interrupted by enemy attacks. Very, very good. And since we're a lighter character build, I think the what am I trying to say? Since we're a lighter character build, I just think that the, poise is more important than the miracle damage. Because yeah, it's like an extra 80 miracle damage, like per spell. It's pretty huge, don't get me wrong. But I don't know, even though I am a miracle build, I am still using my weapon more than my actual spells. Unless I'm able to kill an enemy from a range effectively, I'm probably going to keep using my melee weapon. So, yeah, the poise is more useful to me. Yeah, I guess we never killed Moonlight Butterfly, so let's just get this taken care of. I gotta re-equip my talisman, which, now that I'm actually at 25 faith, I don't know which one would be better. I guess the Thorlin talisman still has the highest magic adjustment, so we'll use that. Alright. Because I have Lightning Spear, I think I can hit it from a range, yes. Unfortunately, spell tracking in this game is pretty bad too. So... Oh yeah, you're noticing how some of those magic bolts are hitting me, but it's not interrupting my spell. That's the wolf ring doing its job. That makes it so good. So good. Alright. I don't think I kill the Moonlight Butterfly with ranged attacks all that often. Usually whenever I kill it on my playthroughs, I wait for it to drop down and sip the nectar and just whack it with a melee weapon. But I guess because we're using a miracle build, we're able to just cheese it with lightning spears, so hey, I ain't complaining. That is the Watchtower basement key. That is how you would ordinarily get to Havel, I think. If you didn't have the master key, I think that is how you would get to Havel. So, yeah. Just a little tip there for you guys, in case you didn't know that. But I don't know why that would be important to begin with, because, I mean, the master key is the best starting gift. Like, there's no reason to take any other starting gift, except maybe black fire bombs. Anyway, now we can make a divine weapon. Cool. And we need green titanite. Fuck. Okay. Alright. I have an idea. And I'm not gonna do it on screen. But we are gonna go ahead and go to New Londo now, I think. Because I am unable to upgrade my divine weapon without farming green titanite shards, I am gonna go to New Londo and try to get the very large ember instead, and I think that's probably where we'll leave it off. I know it's a little anticlimactic, because we probably won't be killing any bosses this time, but yeah, I mean, I think going down to New Londo and getting the very large ember, maybe upgrading our weapon a little more, I think that would be a more productive use of our time than you guys watching me farm like 6 green titanite shards, when I could just as easily do that off screen. So I think I'll just opt to do that. That's all good. It's all good. I have actually a pretty easy way to get through New Londo without having to waste too much time, so that is what I'm gonna do. I'm also gonna put some homeward bones on my hotbar again, because I may need them. And we're also gonna put transient curses on our hotbar, because that is what we need to kill the ghosts. So we'll go ahead and do that. The last time we were down here was when we were getting the Firekeeper soul. But now I'm going to go ahead and bum rush the very large ember. I think actually I'm also going to grab the Curse Bite rune, because that'll be very, very useful for Seath as well. It might make it so that I don't have to use my Rare Ring of Sacrifice. Actually, no, never mind. You still have to die to Seath the first time you fight him, so I will still have to use the Rare Ring, but the Curse Bite Ring will be useful for the real Seath fight, so that's good. Alright. Getting gangbanged by ghosts here. Nice thing about these ghosts is that they can drop transient curses. It's pretty uncommon, but they basically pay for themselves. The transient curses basically pay for themselves, is what I'm trying to say. Because you can just sort of do that. Also, the parrying dagger. I don't think I'll be using that. I already have a buckler, so I don't really need the parrying dagger, but yeah, it's something, I guess. I think actually the parrying dagger has a slightly better parry window than the buckler. I think the only reason it has a better parry window is because it's not a shield, so you can't really block with it as well as you can with the buckler. So they give you the benefit of having a better parry window at the cost of like more defense. So if you're the kind of guy that's into parrying shit, then I guess that would be your weapon of choice. Alright, this part is gonna suck, because there's about 5,000 ghosts in here. And I could very easily die despite how easy they are, because they hit you so frequently. Oh my god, yeah, and apparently they can hit you through the fucking floor, too. Hey, we got a transient curse trap. Nice. Alright. We gotta come up here, get the key to the seal. I think he also sells the resist curse spell, which I can't use because it's a sorcery. I mean, I can if I equip a staff, but I don't think I'll use it. Although that is another thing that is very useful in the event that you want to, you know, be able to resist curse and not get cursed or anything like that. And then there's also the fact that he can just break your curse altogether. You don't even need a purging stone. Purging stone is just more convenient because you don't have to come all the way over here, I guess. Yeah, we're not too far away from the very large ember now. Actually, we are kind of, but there's a pretty easy way to just sort of skip this entire area without even really having to do anything. Oh my god. That's like 5 ghosts, okay. Man, only 400 souls, too. Yikers. Not a good soul farm. If I remember right, this is a green Titanite shard? Yeah, alright. So I can get a +1 divine weapon now. But +1 divine weapon is going to do dog shit DPS compared to my current weapon. I need... Wait, where am I going? I need it to be at least +5, because even at +5, it's going to do way less damage than my current weapon. But at least it'll be doable. Alright, there's the key to the seal. And a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually drop down right here without dying. Just sort of skip having to run down all the stairs and shit. Red tearstone rings over there. I'm not going to get that. As useful as that might be. Not useful for the build I'm doing. It is definitely overpowered. Or I mean, the red tearstone ring in this game is the most broken version of the red tearstone ring in any other Souls game. Because in this game, it gives you a 50% damage boost at like 10 or 20% or health or less. In every other Souls game that I'm aware of, the red tearstone ring only gives you like a 10 to 20% damage boost, which is absolutely nothing compared to the damage boost it has in this game. So yeah, really, really glad that we have OP rings like that in this game. But won't be using it on my character. because I don't need it. Wow, this thing is pretty resistant to lightning, huh? It's doing more damage than my sword, but still. Alright. There's that. I believe there are 2 more dark wraiths here. Oh, never mind, there's 1. But then we'll have the very large ember. Come on. Oh god. Very easy to parry these dark wraith guys. Also a very good farm for titanite slabs in case you ever need like any extra upgrade material. You can come down here and farm titanite chunks and slabs off of those dark wraiths. There. The chunks are uncommon and the slabs are rare, but I mean it's something. At least you can do it. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna get this ember and then homeward bone out. Because you can kind of just skip this whole area if you go a different way. So I don't really need to be here for anything other than this. So yeah, we're just gonna leave. And even though my goal is to upgrade a divine weapon, I think we are going to take the time to get this Balder side sword to plus 15. Because that will definitely help quite substantially. So now it's plus 11, plus 12, plus 13. With 1 more chunk, we can max it out. Because I think I already have a slab. Never mind. So I guess we're gonna have to go... I guess we're gonna have to take another detour after we're done with Nito. We'll probably have to go kill the stray demon, because he drops a guaranteed titanite slab. But that's fine. With a couple more soul items, we'll be able to finally hit that 20 vitality milestone I've been looking at. And then I think that'll be the end for this part. I am sorry that it wasn't quite as productive as the last one where we killed 3 bosses. But in my defense, I am doing a lot of setup right now to make sure that we can kill multiple bosses later down the line. Because the way I'm doing things right now, if I get a divine weapon upgraded, I can go ahead and... If I got a divine weapon upgraded, I can go ahead and kill Nito. And because I already did about half of New Londo, I can also kill the 4 kings. Because all I need to kill the 4 kings is to kill the big white Seath dog. Beautiful, beautiful wolf boy. But yeah, that will probably be what we do in the next part. But until then, I'm going to have to spend some time farming up these green titanite shards. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you then.